Hello, aligned souls, and welcome to this collective pick-a-pile reading. A reading that isn't just about answers, but understanding. Saturn in Pisces and the karmic path of the nodes. We're surrendering to fate and choosing growth. You can find the timestamps for this reading in the description box below with the 3 piles to choose your journey. Feel free to listen to this intro to understand more deeply the meaning behind this reading. Since 2023, Saturn in Pisces has been the ultimate reality check and a dreamscape, stripping away illusions and teaching us that true magic requires structure and real healing demands accountability. No more bypassing. No more closing our eyes, playing the victim, the martyr. It's just the raw, real truth that we're seeing on a micro and macro level. And Pisces is asking us to surrender. If Pisces is the dream, Saturn is the wake-up call, reminding us that we can't outrun our karma, but we can learn to swim. We're being asked before we enter into March's eclipses to really reevaluate this time period. What's happened since 23 for you? Before we embark not only into eclipse season, but also Saturn moving into Aries as of end of May 25. You know, karma is often so misunderstood in the spiritual community. It's not a punishment, it is a memory, it's an action, it's natural law, cause and effect, as the ancients understood. And in Vedic traditions, karma is not a debt to be feared, but a force to be navigated, shaped, and transformed. You know, Saturn, the great task maker, is the guardian, the gatekeeper between both worlds. And he does not demand suffering, but asks, have you truly learned? And that's exactly what the North and South nodes reveal, especially in your own chart, where your karmic past and soul's future are mapped. And to help you navigate this, I've linked the Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node reading for the collective, for the current times that we're all in during this eclipse cycle. And I also have the natal North and South Node reading playlist below in the description box if you want to look in more detail at your personal nodes, because all of you have a unique blueprint. The South Node is the karmic tide, right? Pulling us back into familiar patterns, ones often mirrored in family, role models, and deep soul connections. It's where we've been, the habits we've instinctively repeated. But karma isn't a sentence, it's a choice. You know, much like the South Node, it's a choice. And much like the North Node, it's a choice. It's guiding us forward, right, into our Dharma. This is where Dharma comes in, the soul's highest calling, the path we are meant to walk when we are in alignment with ourselves. The North Node is the gateway to that Dharma, calling us to step beyond old cycles, our South Node, and embody the lessons of our evolution. But Dharma isn't given, it's chosen. To step into it, we must integrate our karmic lessons without clinging to them and learn from the past, but not stay trapped in it, right? Playing the victim, the martyr. These are themes right now with Pisces. Surrendering to growth and consciously choosing to become who we're truly meant to be. When we stop resisting the lessons of the South Node, we gain the strength to consciously embody our North Node. And when we stop trying to control every outcome, as Saturn in Pisces has been showing us, we allow fate to unfold, but with awareness, not passivity. This is the alchemy of karma, learning from the past, surrendering to the present, and actively choosing our Dharma. Each waking moment is an opportunity. And now we embark into eclipse season as of March. These nodes will be activated. These eclipses are not just celestial events, they are spiritual portals, activating lessons that may stretch across lifetimes, not just this one, especially with all this Pisces influence, very much past lives. And what are the burdens that you're not meant to keep carrying? The patterns that you've held on to long enough. In this 9 year, the hermit year, the snake year, we are being asked to shed, right? Shed that lantern, shed that old skin on the stories within that we can reshape and restructure into the years before us, you know. And karma also is not just the great deeds that we put out into the world. It's also that inner voice, that inner critic. This Virgo South node collectively is teaching us that, where we've been conditioned, re-examining our beliefs, right? Placing judgment on ourselves and others. We're seeing this stark reality check in the world right now of judgment, criticism, right? Oppression. We have to turn that inner critic, reframe the mind into our inner coach, Virgo South node. We can all paint a really pretty picture of what we want others to see, but this Hermit year calls us into something much deeper and asks us to turn inward, to illuminate the hidden stories and narratives we carry, some false and some true. And this is not about erasing the past, but also just rewiring it, kind of reshaping it, reframing it, right? Taking accountability and learning to honor where we've been without letting it define where we're going. The Virgo and Pisces axis is teaching us this balance right now between discernment and surrender, between self-awareness and self-compassion. This is the moment to shed the weight of old mental patterns and step into a new story, one that is written not from fear, but from truth. On the next screen, you will choose your journey. Now let's get into your reading. Why, hello there, my beautiful collective. Thank you for joining me here. We're going to explore these themes, your karma and your dharma. What are you moving towards? Your south node to your north node. Let's get you there. So, pile number 1, let's jump right in here. If you picked pile number 1, you picked this stone. All right, pile number 1, let's do this. Let me move these other piles aside and get right into it here for you. So we have a collection of tarot and oracle supported messages. We have this beautiful image. This kind of reminds me of the evil eye symbol, but also as a flower. What do you notice in this card? This also reminded me of Jamaica. Some of you might be Jamaican or have some sort of lineage in Africa. This is about details. Pay attention to the details, pile number 1. Examine your situation and take care of every detail one step at a time. This is reminding me of Virgo. Some of you might have Virgo in your chart, or you might also have this Virgo South node, right? Let's see here, 7 of Wands. 3 of Cups in reverse. Temperance. And then we have the Moonology. Take time to breathe out. We have, Virgo. More Virgo energy. Some of you have strong Virgo or dealing with one, right? A time to give rather than take. And forgiveness. Yes. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Kind of what we were talking about with karma, right? It's really easy to play victim, and this is not to subdue or belittle any of your experiences, because let's be honest, if you're living here on planet Earth, there's a lot that you have experienced, right? On a collective level, again, macro versus micro, and usually there is a reflection, right, in what we are putting out and what we are getting back. Like I suggested in the beginning, in the intro, karma is not all about the face we put to the world, right? Pisces is showing us that inner landscape. 12th house is what's hidden, what's been repressed. Because, we can do a lot of great things for everyone else, but how are we talking to ourselves? What are we really saying behind closed doors to ourselves and to others, right? So karma does play a role in that as well. Remember that. It's not all about your actions. It's even more so about your mental space, especially with this Virgo energy. Virgos can really struggle with judging themselves. Even if you don't have Virgo in your chart, this can just be a theme for you that's coming up, especially with the Virgo South node collectively. So the detail there, the detail. So here we have a disconnection from other people. Also, what I'm seeing with the Three of Cups in reverse in the Seven of Wands, again, this is Cancer, Leo, and Sag. You could have these placements in your chart. We also have Virgo. Is I'm seeing that there is a reality check of the people that you have been giving to. Time to give rather than take. So this is also about exerting your energy. Like, who are you giving your time, energy, money to? Because Seven of Wands is very much having healthy boundaries, reinforcing those. Leo energy. This is coming from being authentic, our heart. What feels good, Three of Cups, what doesn't, Temperance, and needing to balance that out. And your karma here is understanding the people, places, and things, and a lot of to do with your environment here, Three of Cups, that you have been engaging in actively, that you know might have not been so healthy for you. The Temperance angel is here to say that it is a time to alchemize, right? Temperance is Sagittarius. There could have been some major catalyst moment for you this past December, and stepping into the new year. The Three of Cups is talking about Moon in Cancer here. So the last full moon in Cancer that we had, you can also reflect back to that reading on my channel. There might be some messages there for you. You're learning a lot of lessons, karmic lessons, pile number one, around really paying attention to the subtleties with the details. And that evil eye there, you know, I've been kind of researching the ideas and concepts around the evil eye. So I'm going to share this with you because this is very much connecting with this pile. Rabbi Abe, shout out to you. He studies the Kabbalah, and this is maybe where the origins of the evil eye come from. And it is a lot about this idea I was saying about karma is not all about what we do, right? The face that we put out there, you know? Well, I'm a great person because I did X, Y, Z, or I'm getting a reminder of like, I donated to charity, so it makes me a good person, right? But, you know, behind closed doors, what are you saying to yourself? How are you treating the ones around you? How are people treating you, pile number one? And what are you allowing? What are you bypassing here? Where have you not forgiven yourself for maybe some things that you have done behind closed doors that you are not so happy about? You know, harboring maybe guilt. I'm sensing this is more about self-forgiveness. With the evil eye, this is leading into that conversation, is Rabbi Abe was speaking upon the evil eye can be so subconscious. He gave an example of a sister, right? And you might not have a sister. This is just an example. Your sister has a baby and you've always wanted to have a child, but you've had a hard time. Maybe you haven't found the right partner, or again, you just are having challenges around fertility. And you are so happy for your sister, right? You want nothing else but for her to experience the joy that maybe you also want to experience. But deep within the subconscious there's a kind of bit of resentment. There's a bit of jealousy, right? And that is a form of evil eye, as in the eyes of Rabbi Abe. So it can be very subconscious. You know, people think evil eye, like someone's like casting dark magic on you. No, evil eye can be a spectrum, and we all do it, okay? There's no judgment here. We've all done it. Living as a human on this earth, we've all experienced that, especially, you know, as a child when we don't innately know better. You know, we could be selfish at times. So this pile here, pile number one, is really asking you to pay attention to when you have had some negative ideas, even around people that maybe cared for you. Maybe there was a bit of jealousy amongst your circles. Maybe there has been a bit of gossip with the Three of Cups here. I'm lighting the sage. It got off the tray there. I was like, oh no. And not to beat yourself up with the forgiveness. You know, forgive yourself. You know, you don't have to cling to an old story. You know, I'm getting reminded of also, I've seen this within myself and others, is when you've dug yourself a hole so deep, it's really hard to come out of it. So you just keep digging. You just keep digging that hole because you're like, well, I've dug myself this deep and might as well just keep digging down. And people forget that they can crawl right back out. They don't have to keep ruminating or, well, I've already gone this far, so I can't. Kind of like when you're in a toxic relationship for some of you. You're like, well, I've been with them for so long, XYZ, making up all the reasons in the world, even though there's this harboring of this evil eye, this kind of malefic, even subconscious kind of toxic energy. And you're being asked to really check yourself, forgive yourself. Again, there's no shame in this. We all have done this. I really don't know anyone that hasn't felt jealousy, envy. We are emotional humans. Very much with the Three of Cups, this Cancerian energy. Mars retrograde in Cancer that we've just been currently experiencing until February 23rd. I feel like there's going to be some massive changes here. It's saying take time to breathe out. So this is new moon and descending moon. So this is right after the full moon. So I'm sensing for you, pile number one, was right after that full moon in Cancer. Okay. Again, look back to January, mid-January to end of January. So the time period like 2 weeks ago. This is very current for this pile. Where have you really noticed where you've had to disconnect from other people, that you've been intuitively sensing with the Temperance card that's like, I need to take time for myself? Temperance is water, fire. It's a triangle, right? So it's also earth. And the airs can represent the angels, the winged creatures. So it's really alchemy. It's all four elements. But that triangle is the triangle of fire. But I see it as, when you think of how you create a fire, the three pillars of making a fire. You need oxygen, heat, and fuel, right? Air, fire, and earth. And the water of the Temperance, because in the image, I'll show you just so you can kind of visualize this, okay? It's 1 foot on land, 1 foot in water. So that's the balancing the head and the heart, right? Spirit and practicality, being grounded, right? Not allowing yourself to be floating around in the ethers and not being grounded. So 1 foot in water, 1 foot on land. It's also about reunion, right? You can talk about reunion with self, but also reunion with another. Is it in here? Oh, there it is. Let's see. Let me show you. And the Two of Cups is this alchemical process. Two of Cups, again, can be reunion. The sun's out here. There's some sort of healing energy as well. See, 1 foot on water, 1 on land. With the fire triangle here. This is also Archangel Michael for some. You might connect with Archangel Michael. And this looks like spring to me, right, in this card. So very much springtime. So I'm sensing May. Some of you might be born in May, or again, something's going to be occurring in May. Yeah, April, May. Two of Cups here. Yeah, Cancer, more Cancer energy. Two of Cups. Yeah, it could be reunion with someone else, but again, reunion, self-forgiveness, reunion with oneself. Yeah, I really feel like this is all about balancing. I want to clarify for you this Temperance, because it's the major arcana that showed up for you. Pile number one, why is this Temperance angel here? That's really your Dharma. For some of you, I'm getting that you might have a North Node in Sag. All right, a South Node in Gemini. Also, you could have the Capricorn Cancer access, or also Leo Aquarius for some of you, or vice versa. Check out that playlist below if you want to go further into your North and South Node. What's going on with this Temperance card for pile number one? What is it that they are balancing out or needing to here in this reading to move into their Dharma? Seven of Cups, yeah. There's lots of options, choices, Scorpio energy. This is like illusion, fear, loss of control, escapism. You know, I'm also seeing this reflected in that Three of Cups in reverse. It's very diluted. So for some of you, could be struggling with substance abuse, or again, patterns of coping, unhealthy coping skills. This could be something that you're working through actively, and having to forgive yourself, because the Temperance can also talk about substance abuse as well. especially with these two cards paired up here. So some of you could be going through some recovery, right? It doesn't have to just be alcohol. It could be anything: sex, money, drugs, materialism, just unhealthy coping skills. Relying on others too much when you're learning how to have better boundaries for yourself. 7 of Wands. And again, who are you giving to and why? I'm also getting reminded here with the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Cups in reverse is to let go, like codependency here. Sometimes it's hard to let go of established connections. Like I was getting reminded with the analogy earlier of, well, I've been in here so long. I don't know anything else. South Node. But you do. You are regaining some confidence here. Yeah, for some of you, you could be disconnecting from family, literally. Family, friends, marriage. All right, pile 1. I wish you all the best. And if you want to go further in a detailed reading, I do offer a North Node reading. Okay, I also have birth chart analysis. Check out all my services on Etsy. I have that 2025 yearly forecast. There's no better time than now before we enter into March, into eclipse season, to get prepared. And my yearly forecasts really break down month by month the eclipses, retrogrades, transits for you, house systems, all that good stuff. So check out my Etsy. Take care of yourself, pile number 1. Bye for now. All right, pile number 2. Welcome to your North and South Node reading, eclipse reading. You picked this stone. I'm almost going to pick a different pile here. You picked this stone. All right. Pile number 2, we have Oracle and Tarot messages for you to support you in these karmic lessons and moving into your Dharma. This beautiful peacock here. When I think of the peacock, I'm thinking of the animal spirit deck. And it talks about Leo energy. This is also about wearing a mask. Remember we were talking about with karma, it's not all about our deeds and our actions. It's also about that mind of yours playing tricks on you, the negative self-talk. Pile number 1, we went into full detail in that. You might resonate with pile number 1. Let's see more here though. Very much this Virgo South Node right now. It's all about that inner critic and reframing it to our inner coach. That was a big theme during Virgo season that came to me. This house of purification and detox. And so that we can see things more clearly. Because this Pisces influence right now, it can be very subdued and, living in illusion and we're trying to dismantle this stark reality that we're seeing, reality of the world at this time. And it can be really hard to look and to see what's happening around us. And for you, pile number 2, it's saying that you have to face this head on with adversity. Whatever sort of challenges, right, karmic patterns that you're noticing in your life, pile number 2, it's saying to face them with adversity. You have a lot of tenacity here, especially with that Leo energy. I'm also getting reminded with the peacock is, on the exterior, you might seem like you got it all together, right? I'm getting reminded of Aries energy here because we have the Fool card. You very much could have Aries in your chart. We have Sag, and we also have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Pisces, and Leo. But again, you don't have to have those placements in your chart. This could just be energy here. It says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Yeah, that's Saturn for you. Okay, so some of you have very strong Saturn aspects in your chart. I'd highly encourage you to look at your Saturn placement at this time. There is a lot of karmic lessons that you can learn about through your Saturn placement, as I'm hearing. You could have Saturn in any of these signs: Leo, Sag, Pisces, or an air sign: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo. Let's see here. April could be a big month for you. Also, this full moon in Pisces. Wow. Balancing spirituality with practicality. And then we have the 3rd quarter moon. Losing light. So this is going to be from the full moon in Pisces until I'd say 2 weeks after to the 3rd quarter moon. You're going to be experiencing some adjustments here, and it's going to take you adversity. I'm being guided to read from this book for the peacock. I feel like there's information here for you. One moment. Because this is such a strong image I'm seeing for you. One second. This book is very small, so it's hard for me sometimes to find the pages. One moment. You're being so patient. Something's being asking you to be patient. Okay, so I'm here to help you become more patient, apparently. I wasn't going to actually pull from this book, but I'm being called to do it, so we're gonna go with it, and you're gonna sit with me. I'm gonna sit this one out, pile number 2. Let's see here. We're going to go through this whole book. You could also be having to reread something, look over the finer details in something. I'm also getting reminded, turn the page. You might have to turn the page on a part of your life. Where is this peacock? Watch, it's the last one. It is the last one, literally. Oh my goodness. Peacock. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage. But the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life. So it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. So it's about confidence. Facing adversity. Yeah, there's a lot of confidence here because the Fool is all about, again, a new journey, and you're balancing it with a lot of thought and careful thought at that. You're not being impulsive here because sometimes the Fool can talk about that, you know, damsel in distress, and I'm not thinking things through and just stepping out into the unknown. Sometimes we do need to take risks, right? But I see that pile number 2, whatever sort of adversity or change, whatever karmic lessons that you are integrating right now, you are doing so tactfully. Or again, Spirit's asking you to think things through before being impulsive, if that's your go-to. But with the messages of the peacock here, and this says growth, okay? That you have grown quite a bit. So give yourself a pat on the back. I'm sensing for pile number 2, the major karmic lesson for you is to not be impulsive, to think more logically, more balanced, more practical, you know, also allowing yourself to move more freely, and knowing when you've outgrown something. There's a lot of resilience in your character. You very well could have strong fire in your chart here. It says, feel open, willing, and proud of your desire to explore new opportunities for self-development. Yeah, so pile number 2, you've definitely been researching, investigating something, and probably due to the fact that you've been through quite a bit, where you're like, man, I don't want to repeat that again. You know, I see pile number 2 that you've actually have been learning this karmic lesson of yours, maybe for the 4th or 5th time through. And now you've come to a place where you've balanced spirituality and practicality. Beautiful. So it looks like there are still some adjustments that need to be required here, and it's most likely going to be happening April and May. I'm hearing it's like a one last little test of strength, your adversity here, and to move with confidence, knowing that you've come so far. Be humbled by your experiences, to not be boastful or cocky about it or demeaning, but to just be real, raw, right? Authentic. Maybe you have a story to tell someone. You could be a writer or a teacher with the Queen of Swords. Your story could actually help others, to empower others with the Fool, to take more chances. We have the 10 of Wands here in reverse, which is beautiful because this is about dropping dead weight. This is exactly what I was talking about in the intro. So pile number 2, congrats. It seems like this year, as you're going into March, it seems like you've already released a lot, to be honest, with the 10 of Wands in reverse. You have adjusted quite a bit, and I still see someone tinkering a little bit, right? And wearing your strength with pride, you know, and again, being humble about it. There's a humbleness here that you were integrating. And also, again, showing the world the real you, because the peacock can kind of wear this mask But what's below the surface here? Maybe that's the adjustment that's being required, is to actually share your story, Queen of Swords. Share it with someone else, I'm hearing. Someone else that's going through something. You're able to help them through. That's kind of where you're stepping into your Dharma. Maybe that's what your Dharma is. Your North Node is meant to be an advocate or a teacher. Some of you might have a North Node in Aquarius, a North Node in Pisces, which is current this year. Also, I'm hearing North Node in Capricorn for some of you. Also Leo. Wow, kudos to you, pile number 2. This is beautiful. Let's get a closing message. Let's see here. I'm going to ask, what are you needing to drop, if anything? I feel like you already have dropped something. Dead weight, right? You're dropping a cycle here. Well, that's what Spirit's encouraging you to do. But I really feel like you already have. Let's see what else. There is something else here. There's some tinkering. What else needs to be dropped here so that they can move into their North Node, into their Dharma? Pile number 2, 10 of Wands in reverse. Why is this here? 10 of Wands in reverse. Why is this here? Oh, wow. Yeah, you're speaking your truth. 9 of Cups. And there's that Fool in reverse. So there's the Fool again. April, Aries. Yeah, you are releasing exactly what I was saying. Releasing the desire to be impulsive, because that's the Fool card in reverse. Right? You're applying wisdom. The Queen of Swords, also out of all the queens, is my street smart card. You know, they've been through the ringer, adversity. You know, pile number 2, you've definitely been through it. You've had to make a lot of adjustments. But this is suggesting here with the 10 of Wands in reverse is to make space for yourself. What makes you happy? You know, not always overextending yourself at the drop of a hat, a drop of a dime for everyone else but yourself. 9 of Cups. You might have to be a bit more selfish in a good way. Again, being honest. You don't have to be selfish and arrogant and boastful, you know, to get what you want. I'm getting reminded of a story of, like, you know, when people set boundaries, it can be hard for us to set them in a gentle way. You know, sometimes the only way for us to speak our truth is to say it with assertion, being domineering just because it hurts to get it out, because maybe it's been repressed for so long. Have any of you related to that? I know I have. And true strength here, being authentic and not impulsive, right? Like, and then regretting it later about what you're saying and how you're saying it. It's not what you say, but how you say is what I'm hearing here. True strength is when you can stand in your power without having to scream or yell or prove a point. It's kind of reminding me of the North Node in Aries here. You might have a North Node in Aries, which was last year. Okay? I see Pisces as well. So March and April are going to be huge catalyst moments for you. Okay? Lots of beautiful energy here for you, pile number 2. I am proud of you. I really think that you have done some hard work here. Okay? But learning when to take action, when to not, right? Not just dropping your whole life for everyone else. Learning how to take care of yourself, 9 of Cups. And truly understanding what it means to be authentic. Knowing how to set healthy boundaries without having to yell, right? Fight the good fight. You know, last year that was a big one. South Node in Libra was like, you know, not everything is going to reach harmony and peace. You know, justice, Libra energy wants us to balance this out. Justice also represents karma in a way, karmic debt. But sometimes the karmic debt that needs to be paid is just to not have to find that harmony. Sometimes we have to sit in the discomfort. And that's your karmic lesson, pile number 2, is having to learn how to sit through even the hardest of challenges without, you know, being impulsive or blaming someone else, you know, reacting. Fool in reverse here. This is about accountability too. Queen of Swords. Being an active listener as well. Hearing the other side of the story. All right, pile number 2. I wish you all the best. If you want to go deeper into this reading, if this resonates, of course, hit that like button below. You can find my services on Etsy. We can get you a birth chart reading, a 2025 yearly forecast. We break down month by month, the eclipse is coming up, and the rest of 2025, transits, houses. I also do birth chart analysis, and I do have specifically a North Node reading where we can go deeper into this for you. I wish you all the best, pal number 2. Take care of yourself. Bye for now. Pile number 3, welcome. Last but definitely not least, let's get into your reading. You picked this stone. I believe this is carnelian. All right, and this card, this is my Athena card. Kind of reminds me of Virgo. I remember during the last eclipses of September, again, Virgo season, this card came out for one of the collective readings. This says pitch. It says, be as clear, concise, and professional as you can be when you explain your ideas to potential associates. So this came out during the Pisces lunar eclipse reading. I can't remember what pile it was, but you can find that reading on my page. Look up the 2025 collective readings. I will post that playlist below if you are interested. So we have the Moonology here, Soul's Mission, and we have some tarot messages. Let's see what we have for you. So signs I'm seeing here are, again, Virgo with the pitch card, the Warrior Goddess. We have Honesty. We have Aries, 4 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Aquarius, Ace of Coins, Earth Energy, 2 of Wands, and Aries. 2 of Wands is Aries, the Fool, Aries. Pile number 2 had the Fool as well. Strong Aries in their reading. We have Aquarius and North Node. Some of you could have Aquarius North Node, or you could be an Aquarius. Again, 7 of Swords, Aries. I'm seeing a lot of air and fire for this pile. You could have any of those placements, air or fire, in your North Node. Or again, you could have also this Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node, or Virgo North Node, vice versa, you know? North Node here. So exactly what we're talking about. Show the world the real you. And then we have Honesty. Wow, how much more honest and raw can you get? This could be actually taking place during Aquarius season with this Aquarius energy here. Although we had a new moon in Aquarius, this is the full moon. It's just the energy, right? So right now it's really talking about Aquarius season for you. Okay? So Honesty says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Yeah. Damn well, that's true. Yeah, especially with the 7 of Swords. It's all about deception, strategy. Where have you been dishonest with yourself, right? When you haven't really shown the world the real you. And that does take stepping out of your comfort zone, right? Like I said in the intro, our North Node is our Dharma. And that, you know, is a choice. It's free will to move through our karma, right? And to access this Dharma. And so it does say something about being really honest, even when it hurts. I am seeing self-deception here. It could be also around family, 4 of Wands. For some of you, it could be marriage. 4 of Wands is home, 4th house, Cancer for some of you. You could have Cancer in your 4th house. Or this could talk about Cancer season as well, July. I want to clarify this not Ace of Swords, 7 of Swords, because this is the really big message here. 7 of Swords with honesty and show the world the real you. There is some sort of deception here. Again, it could be self-sabotage or again, someone around you. And your karma, right, is to learn how to decipher this, how to strategize, how to connect more with your intuition and not be so superficial. Oh, wow. So yeah, this is very much around family for you, pile number 3. Yeah, we have the 6 of Cups with the King of Pentacles. So this is also work, King of Pentacles. Out of all of the kings and queens, the Queen and King of Pentacles are my married couple. Okay, much like the Emperor, Empress. This is being realistic. Also, with the 6 of Cups, again, Scorpio here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? It doesn't matter male or female here, King of Pentacles. Dishonesty around family. You could have felt like your family was being dishonest. Again, this could be any family. For some of you that don't have family, right? This could be just really close friends. But this is healing your inner child as well with the Six of Cups. But this could just talk about, for some of you, very literally, that you're dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn from the past. That you have to be really honest about where this is going forward. You know, for some of you, maybe it is around marriage. Taking a new risk with someone from your past. Okay. Also, what I'm getting here is, yeah, a lot around the inner child. There's something around, for some of you, you had a father figure that was dishonest. Maybe they cheated. You know, and the karma that you've carried is the wound of that, this masculine wound, whether you're male or female, right? We all have masculine, feminine energy, and we really dive deeply into that during the full moon in Cancer. Also, Mars retrograde in Cancer is the feminine, the masculine collide, you know? We're witnessing this hyper masculinity amongst Mother Earth, you know, and she's crying out to us to find this balance, this harmony. So I am sensing some sort of strong father figure, whether it's a husband or a father or a mentor, an uncle, just a masculine presence, someone that held this King of Pentacles. Okay. Also, again, it could be about work. It could be and or both. Ace of Pentacles. You could be lying to yourself around stability, you know, settling for a job just because it pays good, but is it emotionally fulfilling? Right? Are you being honest with yourself around the work that you do, your soul's mission? For pile number 3, it's important for you to look into your 10th house. You might have a lot of 10th house or Capricorn in your chart, or you could see your midheaven, what kind of aspects you have to your midheaven. If you don't know about this, you don't know how to read your chart, just know that I offer detailed birth chart analysis. I am seeing this tower on the bottom here, so Scorpio, strong Scorpio earth here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For some of you, it's like, should I stay, should I go? Two of Wands, the Fool. Should I take this new opportunity? One that actually I can show myself, one that I feel more like I'm in a growth mindset, flow. Or am I going to settle just for a good paycheck where I'm just miserable? You know, it brings food to the table. It brings structure, form, stability. But am I truly happy? This could also be materialism for pile number 3, where you've settled for just superficial things. And it's saying to step out of your comfort zone. Like, you know, material possessions aren't everything. You might need to be honest with yourself about that. This Fool here with the Two of Wands, again, there's a risk. It's a risk to take this Ace of Pentacles. I want to see what this Ace of Pentacles is about, because you know it's going to bring a tower moment. It's going to bring change. And the tower is actually inevitable. So I see for pile number 3 that this change is most likely going to occur with the tower showing up. And it's a positive thing. It's actually making you step out and take a risk where you probably wouldn't have if there wasn't a tower. A tower could have already happened for some of you, but this could be predictive as well, okay? This is a general reading. If you did want to go deeper with me, just know you can find me. Yeah. Yeah, this change is happening no matter what you do. I'm sorry. If you're resonating with this, you could have already been through this, but again, it could have been Scorpio season or Taurus. We have Aquarius season as well. This could be changing right now. You could have felt this big shift during when Pluto entered into Aquarius, because I see Aquarius here. Yeah. Yeah, this change is happening. A Wheel of Fortune, Tower, death, ending the cycle. Yeah, change, karma. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is my karma card, and it's where we're actually, these changes are good because it's allowing us to move into our Dharma. It might not feel that way though when we're in the tower and we're coming plummeting down to the ground, and then we meet the star. You know, so there's healing here for you, pile number 3. Be honest with yourself. Okay, let's see here. What's this Ace of Coins about? What's this Ace of Coins about for pile number 3? What's this new opportunity? Yeah, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. Yeah, you have to disengage. There's that Tower again. You might have to disengage from a Scorpio or Cancer strongly, but it could be a Pisces as well. There's that Tower again. Wow. You could be disengaging from people that are disloyal. Yeah, dishonesty is strong here. Okay? Rejection. You have to reject something. People that are insecure, or again, this is, because I'm saying others because 3 of Cups, but again, we actively choose who we participate with. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is not just about you. Again, you are the company you keep, as my father would say, and I hated it. When I was a teenager, it's like, I'm my own person. I make my own decisions. I soon realized that, like attracts like, Why was I gravitating towards those certain people? Because I had to learn those karmic lessons. Those people were meant to be in my life at that time, even though it was very challenging. So there's a message here for you around that, is that, don't beat yourself up for the choices you've made, or the lack thereof choices to make, where you may be stalled out a bit due to the past, fears around the past. Again, also I'm sensing traditional values, 6 of Cups, King of Pentacles, like traditions, family systems, a religion for some of you. Some of you could be coming out, show the world the real you. And it requires you disconnecting from certain people, especially a water sign here, where you've been excessive. Also, again, tying with materialism. And feeling empty because of that, It's time to step away from that and be honest and authentic here. And you're going to be, if you've been avoiding this, the universe is going to be pushing you towards that ledge. And you do have someone at the bottom there. It's like a trust fall. I'm seeing someone falling backwards, and they are held. You are held. Pile number 3, you are held. 3 of Pentacles. There's support around you. So trust that. Trust as you move through this karma, that you're moving towards your Dharma, and it might be a little bit chaotic in the meantime, wherever you find yourself in this free fall. There is teamwork nonetheless. It could be a Capricorn around you, or you could have strong Capricorn in your chart. But it's pushing you towards people that have commonality here, where there's authenticity, there's no dishonesty, there's cooperation, there's teamwork here. I love this for you. Might be a bit scary, pile number 3, but I love this for you. It's a good Tower, okay? Trust that. And really look into your North Node here. It's very strong for you. I wish you all the best, pile number 3. If you want to go deeper in this reading, just know that on Etsy you can find all my private services. I have a North Node reading. I also have several other services, as well as that 2025 yearly forecast, where we look into month by month for you in your specific birth chart, your blueprint. And we see transits, house systems, where these eclipses are going to be sitting in your chart for March, okay, coming up here. I wish you all the best. Bye for now.